Next one, White Sands Missile Range, July 4th, 1947. So now we're finally getting into the time frame of Roswell here. This is a technical sergeant, U.S. Army Air Force, page 196. Now, what I've got here is the perimeter of White Sands Missile Range. That gives you an idea where this thing came down here. And this is what the witness had talked about within this book. Now, this entire operation took place at night. The craft was about 150 feet in diameter, so we're talking about a massive ship here, much larger than Roswell. Now, this whole thing was excruciatingly well lit up. So they had lightouts, they had searchlights, they had spotlights shining on this thing. They had people with Geiger counters walking around it. They had people with still cameras. They had motion picture film cameras going on. So you know that they've got evidence of this. Mm-hmm. All this was recorded. So they've got 8x10 black and white glossies. They've got motion picture film reel. That's, what we're talking about here. And if I go to the next slide, we'll go to the full color rendering. This may have been what it looked like during this retrieval operation. I mean, can you imagine coming across this and getting all the information, getting the documented evidence, getting the photographic evidence, all the film reels? I'm sure they took more than one film reel. What about the Geiger counter results and all those reports? All of this stuff would exist associated with this particular case. Now, what's the actionable item here? Since still photography and motion picture film was recorded of this event, senators and congressmen with the appropriate security clearances should track down and utilize this evidence for future public hearings. Yeah, it needs to happen like yesterday. Yeah. Because if these people aren't tracked down, they're going to pass away and we'll have no idea what has been going on the last 80 years. And in the minds of the government officials who are controlling the flow of access to this material with the defense contractors, it will absolutely be cover up complete, because there's no advantage for them coming forward. So in their eyes, it's cover up complete. That's why it's so urgent and pressing upon us in the public, researchers, people who are truly interested in this. That's why it's so urgent for us to track down these remaining witnesses. Obviously, we're going to have to do this on our own. We've already tried the democratic process here. I feel it has failed. We've been trying for 80 years and it has failed. So obviously we're at a point where we need to take matters into our own hands. We need to take the bull by the horns. We need to find these people, find their bosses, get to the retrievals, get to the craft and bodies. Then we're going to move. This is not going to be an easy undertaking.